Hey, what's going on guys? Hazard here, back again with another video, and today I'm going to be going over the same deck that I did in the last video, but in a bit of a different fashion this time. As you guys can see, I'm second currently in the global tournament. I'm tied for first, only losing because I have less crowns. He is 71, I have 47, so maybe there's something going on there, I don't really know. But I want to show you guys this replay that I had against Angel. Now I would jump into a live match, although the only possible people I could face is Ankel right here and this guy right here, who I know has gone to sleep. So I could be queuing for 5-6 hours. I don't really want to do that. And, you know, I'm just going to go over a replay. So yeah, this game was insane. I don't think I'm going to talk much over it, but I might say a few things. So yeah, let's just jump into it. Now, I knew what deck this guy was running because I saw him just play the match beforehand against, I believe it was an Expo player. That game was like within 8 HP of each other. There was an Expo locked on the tower, but Anka won with the P.E.K.K.A deck, obviously, which is why he was able to get high enough so he could match me. So I jumped on the opportunity. I decided to play him. I knew I didn't have the best matchup, but I felt confident in my skill with this deck as I've been really successful with it over the past, you know, week, 2 weeks, end of season last season, and then this global tournament, obviously. So yeah, I know I felt pretty confident with it. I wanted to test my luck, see if I can match him, because I didn't really just want to sit in second with 36 wins, knowing that someone could pass me. So I jumped right into it, and I managed to find Ankel here. Now, what makes this matchup is kind of tricky is that I don't really have many good answers to his minor. You would think that Rascals are a pretty good answer, but they really only cover a fourth of the tower, and it's pretty inconsistent when getting predictions on the minor. And because the Rascal Boy is such a slow moving card, even if you are like 1 or 2 tiles off when you predict the minor, it's still most likely going to miss because it's going to waddle over, and by that point the minor's already going to be locked onto the tower. So not the best matchup. And also he obviously has Ewiz and Mega Minion and Snowball, which are all very strong against Balloon, and combined with the Goblin Hut, I almost have no answers for Goblin Hut. Every time he plays it, he's going to get maybe a few hundred damage, or I'm going to have to overcommit with a minor. So realistically, I just kind of have to sit back, relax, and try to get his minors with Ice Golem as I did there. You don't want to predict the minors with Ice Golem. You want to be able to push it away, because if you miss a prediction with an Ice Golem, it's basically just a wasted 2 elixir, and the minor's still going to get like 300-400 damage. And there, as you guys can see, I don't think the minor got any hits, even though I played it reactively. So obviously a good trade for me there. My minor got 4 hits, I believe, because the Mega Minion locked onto it, and it also forced him to get rid of Mega Minion. So here I go with the Balloon in the opposite lane. He goes Peck in the back. I know that he only has Ewiz and Snowball. I try to make a bit of a fancy play here. I Snowball the Ewiz and then I Bar Barrel it as well to try to kill it. I don't think it ends up working out in my favor because he has that Snowball. A really well played Snowball there, although it does force him to play Mega Minion, so a bit of an overcommitment from him, although it was all in good. I guess it was a good play from him. I don't really know what I'm saying with the grammar. It was a good play from him because it did stop my Balloon from hitting the tower. So, you know, here's the wonders of this deck. I'm able to cycle my Balloon, apply some more pressure after defending with the Inferno Tower. Inferno Tower is so fun to defend with, guys, by the way. A bit of a misplay on my part. I played my Balloon on the top corner instead of playing it 1 tile back and 1 tile to the right, because when you play it 1 tile back and 1 tile to the right, if you play that 4-3 placement that he just played, the Balloon would go right past it. So a bit of a misplay for me. And okay, here's why it's a misplay. If he has to play the 3-3 placement, I can Bar Barrel the Goblin Hut like I just did there, and the Bar Barrel will actually kill the goblins, the Spear Goblins, so they won't pile up on my Balloon. So that was not bad, but, you know, we're really not in very good shape here. We haven't gotten any Balloon connections. We've got death damage a few times, but after every single Balloon push, he's been going in with the minor and the P.E.K.K.A. I've made a huge mistake here. I thought he was just going to go with minor. I didn't think he would play P.E.K.K.A. So that was a very smart play from him because I wasn't really ready with my Inferno Tower. I had almost no elixir to defend that. His Inferno Tower, or his minor does lock onto the tower, unfortunately, instead of the Inferno Tower. I was hoping that it would lock onto my Inferno Tower, but as you guys can see, it got maybe 4 hits there, which is over 200 damage with the Snowball. So we are really not looking too well. But here is where I went absolutely Super Saiyan. I waited for him to play the Mega Minion. I played my minor first so that I could cycle back to another minor because I knew he had Ewiz to cycle it. I pushed the Ewiz away and then do a little bit of damage on him. I get the other minor in, the second minor, by the way, kills the Ewiz and gets, like, I believe 3 hits on the tower. Also tanks with a Balloon, by the way. So that balloon gets hit. The miner's doing a ton of damage. I'm cycling back to the third miner. He plays Ewoos in the front to stop the Barbo because he has to, or the Ice Golem would have taken the tower as well. So that means he has nothing else to defend my miner, and we win with 8 HP. I was freaking out. I got so many messages on Twitter, and All Crap was watching on his live stream, so that was a super hype moment. I wanted to share that with you guys. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to play any matches, and honestly, I don't really want to risk it while I'm streaming live. You know, latter early season is one thing, but global tournaments normally only come around once a month, and I kind of want to finish high. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. Make sure to follow me in the social media down below. Twitter's the best place if you want to reach me. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little snippet. Peace. Hey, what's going on, guys? Hazard here, back again with another video. And today, as you guys can see, I am top 100 in the world with this balloon deck. I've been using it for a while now. I've only been pushing ladder for the past few days, seriously. I pushed maybe like 1,000 trophies in the past 72 hours, so definitely not too bad at all. I'm going to be jumping into some replays, show you guys some games, and maybe hop into a live game at the end of the video. Alright, so the first replay that I want to show you guys is up against Surgical Goblin. You guys obviously know him. He's one of the biggest YouTubers, one of the best players in the world right now, and he has been for roughly 2 years now, probably a lot longer than that. And yeah, this is a not so good matchup. Surge has RG Lightning Furnace, which can be tough because it's got, it's got Mega Minion, it's got Ewoos, it's got Baby Dragon, and it obviously has Lightning for my Inferno Tower, so it's hard for me to defend, and it's hard for me to break through with my balloon. But we are able to win this match. Obviously, we won the game. So, yeah, I'm just going to be jumping into it. But first, I want to talk to you guys about kind of where I've been. I had a loss in the family, so I was a little depressed for a while, just a little down, and didn't really feel like in the mood for filming anything, as I hope you guys can understand. Then I was away for 3 weeks, 2 weeks on vacation with my family. Well, some of that was just spending time with them and making sure everyone's all right because of that loss in the family. And then we had the funeral. I did spend a week in Spain. Someone actually commented on a YouTube video saying that they saw me in Madrid, which I thought was pretty cool. If you guys follow my Twitter, I mainly update everything on that. I'm much better at keeping people updated on that than I am on YouTube. So, yeah, but now I'm back from that kind of 3 week, 2 month, whatever hiatus. And I'm going to try to make videos again. I'm going to try to stream again. And yeah, I think we should be good. CRL is obviously coming up, so we got big plans with that. There's a lot of moving parts going on with that, so I'm pretty busy most of the day, especially with senior year in high school, getting college offers in right now, as I'm sure a lot of you are as well. Congratulations to anyone who got in any big schools or anything like that. And, I guess hopping into this game, Double Elixir here, not really much has happened. I've kind of just played solid. I don't think he's played an RG yet, but I think he's about to play one in the back, if I remember correctly. And yeah, there it is, right in the left side. Or barrel at the bridge to get a little chip damage. And here's where we start to defend and really go on counter pushes. I start the Ice Golem in the back, so maybe I can get a balloon push, but that's mainly just a tank to defend my Rascals, my Pias for a little bit longer. Get some minor chip damage in there because I don't want to leak Elixir, and if I play an early Inferno, it makes it really easy for him to get a lot of lightning value, which he still does anyways, but I'm able to keep it alive just long enough so my Rascals are able to take out the Inferno Tower, get another pair of Rascals down, and, just chip away at those air troops. And as you guys saw there, we got a lot of damage on the tower. I forgot if that was a balloon. I was mainly just focused on defending there. We might have slipped the balloon right on past all of Surge's defenses. But with this deck, once you defend the major push, it's really good to keep at the pressure with balloons, because normally people only have 1 or 2 good counters to balloons, and this is a pretty fast deck. I believe cycles like 3.1, 3.2. So if you play it correctly, more often than not, you're able to outcycle those counters and just basically, the first balloon might not do anything. It might get death damage if you're lucky. But the second one, that's the one that you're going to want to look out for. So he is able to get that lightning down on my Inferno Tower. He's able to get 4 hits or 3 hits with his RG, I think. My tower's not in lightning range, luckily enough. Lightning does, I believe, just a little bit over 500 at max level. So I knew we were safe at this point. And he also has Barb Barrel, so it's not like he can do any chip damage with that. So as I mentioned just a second ago, the first balloon maybe gets death damage. I'm lucky, get the minor chip damage in there. But the second balloon, that's what you're going to want to look for. We push the Baby Dragon away with the Snowball, tank the tower with the Miner, the Baby Dragon going for something else, the death damage going in there, Miner gets just enough tip damage because he misses the prediction on my Miner with the guards, and boom. There we go. We beat Surgical Goblin under 100 HP on our tower, but that puts us top 100 in the world. We actually went up 2 spots while I'm just recording that replay. So, hey, let's jump to the next replay, and then maybe we'll play a live game at the end. Alright, so the next game we're going to jump into is a plus 40, actually. I believe this guy was maybe top 70 in the world when I played him. It was a little bit of an easier matchup than the match I played against Surgical. He has a P.E.K.K.A deck with Battle Ram, but most importantly, he's got Flying Machine and Ewiz. Normally, he's got minions and Ewiz, so it makes it hard for my Balloon to connect. Although, when he has Flying Machine, you know, it does a lot of damage. It does more damage than Baby Dragon, for example. But it's not really that good at stopping Balloon. And more often than not, it just gets caught on my Miner. Or caught on my Ice Golem or something like that. One thing that I really like about this deck is the fact that I can be really aggressive and split lane pressure. As you guys know, I played a lot of Hog way back in the day. Also, watch this barbell right here. This was clean. And boom. I like that. But it really allows you to be very aggressive. If they play P.E.K.K.A or Giant or anything in the back, you can normally follow up just immediately to Balloon opposite lane. Or sometimes like they don't even have to play P.E.K.K.A or anything in the opposite lane. You just know that, you know, he didn't have Ewiz in cycle. He probably has minions, but he could have, you know, Flying Machine, Fireball, or something like that. But even if he does, you are able to defend very easily with Rascals or Ice Golem or something like that. And more often than not, you'll get death damage with Balloon, unless they have NATO or, you know, a building or something of the sorts. And even still, you know, he had a little bit of a counter push. We obviously went very aggressive there, but we're able to mine his tower for 500, 600 more damage. And we're able to get an easy defense on that Battle Ram Ewiz push that really was just thrown together to basically do something. And yeah, we're definitely not looking too bad here. Now this matchup gets a little bit trickier towards Double Elixir, because obviously Inferno Tower, it's not the best at covering things like Battle Ram and Bandit. It's much better at covering things like Golem or Lava Hound or things that move slowly. Obviously P.E.K.K.A is not the fastest moving troop, but that's not what he's going to be getting to my tower with. So we're going to see what we can do. Keep up that opposite lane pressure here. Maybe Balloon in the right lane, I think. Yeah, we do Balloon in the right lane. We know he doesn't have Ewiz in cycle, and he just played Flying Machine. So he's going to cycle to his Ewiz, but here we go Bar Barrel down there, kill the Ewiz because I knew he was going to play it, and we snowball that away, and our Balloon gets a hit, and I believe it actually gets a second hit. No, it doesn't get a second hit. That would have been game over at that point already. So a little bit unfortunate there for us, but not the biggest deal in the world. We know that he doesn't have the best Balloon counters in hand again, as he just used Ewiz. Now he goes in the Fireball, but we go into the Miner on the tower just to cover that tanking option. Balloon gets a hit on the tower, Snowball on the Flying Machine, just pausing everything for a second. Snowball has so much utility, by the way. I don't know how it didn't get nerfed in the last balance update. It's just so versatile. It's good against so many decks. And, like, you know, it stops a Flying Machine for free. It stops basically every troop in the game. I don't know if it can fully stop a Bandit, but it can do pretty good work against it. Stops an Ewiz. It's just so versatile. So yeah, we brought the win home there. A little bit of opposite lane pressure there. We switched lanes halfway through the game to make sure that he couldn't go same lane and just build up one massive push against us. I don't believe he played a P.E.K.K.A in Double Elixir, so that was pretty good coverage. I don't really know what to say. I'm kind of just using football terms. So yeah, we're gonna hop into one live game, see what he can do, and hopefully we can increase our finish to the end of the season. Alright, so I took off my shirt. As you guys can probably tell, it's getting a little hot in here. We're up against Hafo04 from Herald's. Yeah, we've got a pretty decent starting hand. I normally just like to throw a Miner at the tower, kind of just test the waters a little bit to start a game. And with this deck, you have so many cheap defenses that it's really not that risky of a play. I'm just going to bats that, and I have my Ice Golem ready if he zaps. Looks like he's playing Giant Double Prince. He could be playing Graveyard with Giant Skeleton and Goblin Giant, but no, this is Giant Double Prince. The Graveyard deck doesn't have Spear Goblins, and Giant Double Prince does. So he's got Fireball, Double Spell, or Triple Spell. He's got Bats, Goblin Gang, and Spear Goblins. So he just used Fireball and Spear Goblins. So I'm going to go with a Balloon opposite lane. I have good or decent counters for the Prince, and I don't... yeah, I think we're good here. Balloon's going to get a hit. I'm going to be able to bar barrel the Prince, make sure that dies without too much of a fight. I have Inferno Tower for any future Giant, so he can't really punish me right here. He's probably just going to Giant in the back. I don't think I'm going to pressure with Balloon. It would just be too risky and he'd be able to take my tower for free. This is a very good matchup because it's hard for him to break through with the princes. Even though we don't really have a good counter to Prince, we've got decent counters. We've got enough things, like we got Rascals, we have Miner in case we need it, we have Ice Golem to pull it to opposite lane. So we've got decent enough counters, and you know, Inferno Tower is obviously very good against Giant. He only has one zap, so he either has to zap my Inferno Tower or my bats. So it puts him in a little bit of a rut. And nice, we got one of the bats with the snowball. A little bit lucky. I knew he was gonna play. I knew he was gonna play bats, so that's why I played my Inferno a little bit early, just to make sure that it would lock on, and in case he would play bats at the river. So that worked out really well for me. And as I said before, he only has one zap, so he used it on the Inferno, so we're able to slide in there with the bats and clean up the rest of the push, and just start it in the back with another Rascals. Okay, I'm trying to think what he has. I don't think he has much to counter this, and it looks like he's just going all in opposite lane. So I'm going to Inferno there. I'm not going to snowball his Goblin Gang. I'm just going to snowball that, and then I'll play that. Pull the princes over. Balloon got 2 hits, which is very good, obviously. We're in a little bit of trouble with these princes, although I don't think we're going to lose our tower. Although maybe I'm speaking too soon. Nice. Okay, that was a really good kind of save there. We have another Inferno Tower. He's going to play bats, but that's alright. We have that and that. And that should be game, honestly. I'm trying to think of what he can do. He can go Prince or Giant Prince of the Bridge, but I think I take his tower before he takes mine. That's the goal. Take his tower before he takes mine. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Bit of an easy matchup. Got kind of close at the end because we went pretty aggressive opposite lane, and he obviously just ignored that with only defending with the Goblin Gang. So we got plus 33 there. Nice little 4-win streak, and we are 76 in the world. I like that. Yeah. Thank you all very much for watching the video. I know it's been a while, but I'm going to try to be back on track and be more consistent. As you guys can tell, I'm a little bit rusty with the voice thing. I'm kind of slipping up a little bit, but yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. If you want more updates or anything like that, make sure to follow Twitter and Instagram, and all the links in the description down below. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.